Good evening, Bhante.
Everybody? Okay, so good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the online Pali reading class day 16. Today, we will be discussing another two stanzas for understanding the literal and then the contextual meaning along the pronunciation part. So let's get started by respecting the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. So, we are almost at the end of the Ratana Sutta, which means I hope that your pronunciation must have been at least a little better, or much better, maybe a little better. So, also some of the different aspects of the meaning of the sutta, which exactly talks about Sotapanna individuals, right? And we discussed why the Shakyamuni Buddha picked up the Sotapanna to reflect Sangha. He could have picked up Arahant's qualities. He actually picked up one stanzas in the sutta about Arahants, but after that, he has been continuously picking up Sotapanna's qualities, Sotapanna's nature to talk about Sangha, which means he wanted to say that either that these qualities are a launch pad, a framework to all the other enlightened, awakened Sangha members. At the same time, giving more priority to the bare minimum attainment that everybody should focus on, right? So then we all are getting encouraged, motivated to becoming a Sotapanna. So there are two aspects along the line. One is to sort of generalize the qualities of the Sangha through the Sotapannas. On the other hand, giving more understanding about the bare minimum attainment is the Sotapanna. All right, so let's get started by looking at the text. This is going to be 11th stanza. We'll be studying about 12th stanza too. So the Sangha's qualities will be not ended at this point, because after Vanapagumbe there is Varu-Varanyu. Vanapagumbe and Varu-Varanyu, they are about Buddha, as you can see here. But after that, there's another stanza coming up called Kinang Purana, right? That is also about the Sangha. Then again, 3 stanzas at the end, they were supposed to have been recited by somebody else. Does anybody know who recited those 3 stanzas that you see at the end of the Ratana Sutta? This one. Yani the Bhutani Samagatani Bhummani Vayani Va Ankalike Tathagatang Deva Manusapudha. These 3 stanzas were said to have been recited by the Indra or Sangha. Okay. There you're gonna say, when you say sakka means sakka means able. The sakko or sakker, right? So the idea is able. Okay, let me decide. Kincha piso kamman karoti pabakang pai nevacha udache tasava abhabhu. Here it has to be abhabban, abhabhu. We'll change it. Abhabhu. That's for that. Abhabhu. See how it looks like now. Abhabbo so tassa patichadaya abhabbata dittha padassa vutta idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etina sanchena suvatthi. Once again, kinchapi so kamma karoti papam. So it has to be kamma. These Burmese translations have come up here. Kinchapi so kamma karoti papam. Kinchapi so kamman karoti papaka kayena vacha uda chetasava abhabbo sotassa atichadaya abhabbata dittha padassa buddha idampi sanghe or sanghe ratanam panita etena satchena swati. Let me ask from group 1. Anybody from group 1? Yeah. Please use the raise hand function if you want to agree. Group 2. Yeah. Indra.
Thank you, Bhante. Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakang kayena vacha udacheta sava abhabbo so tassa patichadaya abhabbata dittha padassa buddha idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena satsena subati hotu.
Yeah, great. Group 3. Yeah, group 3. Someone from group 3. Yeah, Jenny Chong.
Thank you, Bhante. Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakang kayena vacha uda chetasawa abhabbo so tassa patichadaya abhabbata dittha padasa utta.
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 Not Utta. Vutta.
Vutta. Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena satchena suwati hotu.
Great. Group 4.
Bhante, may I try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Kim Young. Yes.
Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakang kayena vacha uda cheta sava abhabbo so tassa patichadaya abhabbata dittha padasa vutta idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena sachena subati hotu.
All right. So Would you mind reading these two letters, these two words?
Papakang.
Huh? What's that?
Again, I mean the full sentence again.
Yeah. Maybe the full sentence, the two full sentences. Yeah.
Okay. Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakang.
Papakang. Good.
Kayena vacha uda
Do you say
cetasa.
kayena? Or did you say kayena or kayena?
Kayena.
Kayena.
Kayena vacha.
Kayena.
Yes.
Uda cetasa. Okay, good.
Kayena vacha uda cetasa va.
Cetasa. Yeah. Okay, good.
Thank
Group
you.
5. Yeah, Melinda.
Okay, Bhante, I try.
Yes.
Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakam. Kayena vacha uda cetasa.
Kayena.
Kayena vacha uda cetasa. Vacha uda cetasa va. Ababo so tasa patichadaya. Ababata dita padasa bota. Idampi sangke ratanam panitam. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Great. Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Group 6.
Okay, I try.
Yeah, full support. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Tan is where I will give you the translator. Yes, Kusum.
Kinchapi so kamma karoti papakang. Kayena vacha uda cetasawa. Apapo so tassa paticha daya. Apapata tita patasa wutta. Itampi sangke ratanang panitang. Edena sachena swati hotu.
Yeah, great. And then group 7.
Bhante,
Yeah.
may I try?
Yes, Mia. Yes.
Okay. Kinchapi so kamam karoti papakam. The other one is kayena wacha uda cetasawa. Bahaboso tasa.
What is that?
Huh?
What is it?
Oh, bahabo.
Not bahab. Abhabbo.
Ababo. Ababo. So tasa patichadaya. Ababata dita padasa wutta. Idami sangge ratanam
This one? This one?
idampi sangge ratanam panitam. Ete sachena swati hotu.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. Okay. Then group 8. Someone from group 8? Group 8. Yeah. Take two. Lim Gyok Heng, Holy Pin, Lim Sok Hoon, Christine Chu, Yu Kwang Meng, Chen Cho In, Yap Choi Hoon, CHR. Taniswai? Yeah, Taniswai?
Yes, Bante.
Yes, Taniswai. Yeah, you could go now. You could go ahead.
Kincapi so kamang karoti papakang. Kayena vacha uda cetasava. Ababoso tasa paticha daya. Ababakta dikta padasa buta. Edampi sanghe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm giving the opportunity to others who want to recite the stanza. You can just raise your hand using the function of it. Yeah, Suzanne, let's go ahead.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Kinchapi so kamang rako karoti papakam. Kayena vacha uda chetasava. Abho babo.
What is it?
Ababo.
Huh?
Ababo so tasa. Ababo so tasa. Patichadaya. Ababata. Dita padasa vuta. Idampi sange ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Hey, Suzanne. And then Rashmi.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes, go ahead.
Kinchapi so kamma karoti papakam kayena vacha udachetasa va abhabbo so tassa patichadaya abhabbata dittha padassa vutta idampi sanghe ratanam panitam etena sachena suvati hotu.
Right. So then I'll give the chance to Annie. Yeah,
Thank you,
go ahead.
Bhante.
Yes.
Kinchapiso kamang karoti papakam. Kayena vacha udachetasava. Ababbo so tassa patichadaya. Ababbata dita padassa vutta. Idampi sange ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suvati hotu. Thank you,
Kim?
Bhante.
Yeah. Yeah, Kim, it's your time. Yes. We can't hear you, Kim. Yes.
Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakang. Kayena vacha uda chetasa va. Ababo so tasa patichadaya. Ababata dita padasa utta. Idampi sange ratanang panitang. Etena sachena swati hotu.
Oh, great, great.
Thank
And
you.
then we have Sumana. I think Sumana might be the person who is joining us from far away from Malaysia. Are you from Terengganu?
From Kedah.
Kedah. Yes, she's from Kedah. Good. Yes,
Thank you,
Sumana, go ahead.
Kinchapi sokamang karoti papakang. Kayena vacha uda chetasawa. Ababbo sotasa patichadaya. Ababbata ditha padasa utta. Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suati hotu.
Great. And then on Oiko.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakang. Kayena vacha uda chetasawa. Ababoso sotasa paticadaya ababata dita padasauta idampi sangye ratanang panitang etina sacena suwati hotu.
Oh yeah, I mean, could you go ahead with this part again?
Abahbo, sorry.
Abba. Yeah, ababo.
Ababata.
Now, actually, you see the two words are similar here, right? Abhabo, abhabata, right?
Yeah.
This is an interesting word, actually. It's about ineligible, incapable. Pali means that. Babbo means capable. Babbata means capability. Right here, abhabbata, incapability, incapacity. Yeah, great. Then we have Paul Chuwa.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes, Paul.
Yeah. Kincha piso kamang karoti papakam ayena vacha udasate sawa.
What is it?
Udasate sawa.
No, Udachetasawa.
Sorry.
Ayena vacha udachetasawa.
Okay. Ayena vacha udasate sawa. Am I right? Sorry?
Here C is not say.
Sir.
It is che. Chetasawa.
Okay.
Chetasawa
Sorry,
means thought.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Because I got hearing impairment. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hayena vacha uda chatesawa.
Chetasawa.
Chetasawa. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct.
Chetasawa. Thank you. Ababo sotasa patichadaya. Ababata detta padasawutta idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena sacena suwate hotu.
Great.
Thank you.
Yes. Then I'm gonna be asking from Christine. Christine is back after some time, I think. Christine Chu, she has been going through some hard time, couple of weeks. Christine, are you there?
Yes, Bhante.
No, Christine, go ahead. Yes.
Kinchapi so kamang karoti papakang. Kayena wacha uda chetasawa. Chetasawa. Ababo sotasa patichadaya. Ababata ditta padasawutta. Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Can you read this one again? This word?
Sanghe.
Not sanghe. There's a G. You can see the G, letter G here. So?
Sanghe.
Sanghe. Sanghe. Because there's G and H. Sanghe. Idampi.
Idampi. Sanghe.
Sanghe. Ratana.
Sanghe ratanang.
Not sanghe. Sanghe.
Sanghe. Oh,
yes, sanghe. Ratanam. Yes, now yeah, right, yeah. Sanghe Ratanam Panitam. Etin Sachin Swati.
Etena sachena. Bhante, can I ask some sutta they write it's not ababo, they write down there's ababa. Ababa.
You mean Ratana Sutta?
Yes. Some they write the spelling different from the book.
How do they use it? Here, Kayena Vacha Udacheta Sawa then?
The one ababo. Some they write in sutta they write as ababa. The O they changed to
I
A.
think it's a variant, maybe it's a manuscript variant. But this is how the how the sutta goes.
Okay.
It has to be ababo.
Babu.
No, not ababa. Okay. Because I think there are some texts that go by the variants. different manuscripts. But this is the very famous, popular way, because you have to worry about when you go somewhere, everybody chant Ratana Sutta, but you are not chanting what normally other people chant, right? So at that point,
Yes.
it is good to follow the popular version, right? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
Okay.
Yeah, Bhante, can I try?
Who is this, please?
I'm Yo.
You. Yes.
Yeah, Bhante, good afternoon. So I try.
Yes. Everybody tries, you know. Don't worry.
Yeah. Kincapi so kama karoti papakam. Kaina vacha uda citesa va. Ababo so tasa paticha daya. Ababata dikha padasa wuta. Idampi sanghi ratanam panitam. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Yeah, I want you to recite again this part.
This
Kayena
one.
vacha.
Kayena vacha uda citasava.
Chetasawa.
Cetasawa. Okay,
Sawa.
thank you.
Because
Kayena
it's one word. Chetasa, by thought. Vacha by speech. Kayena means by act or by deed. Chetasa.
Cetasava.
Do not shorten at the end. Just lengthen. Chetasa va.
Prolong the sa.
Yeah, lengthen it, you know.
Okay.
Kayena vacha.
Okay. Kayena vacha uda citasa va.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
Kincapi so kaman karoti papakam. Kayena waja uda cetasawa. Ababo so tasa pati cadaya. Ababata dikta padasa utta. Idampi sanghe ratanam panitam. Etena sajena suwati hotu.
Again, this part.
Sanghe.
Some people pronounce like the Indian name sing, not sing. Sanghe. Idampi sanghe.
Idampi sanghe.
Not sanghe.
Idampi sanghe.
G. Try to pronounce G part. Letter G.
Sanghe.
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 Do not just go by the imagination of the memory of the sutta. Always think about, there is a G when I pronounce Sangha. Idampi Sanghe Ratanam Pani.
Sanghe Ratanam Pani.
Not Sanghe. Just be careful. Idampi, there is G here. Sanghe Ratanam Pani.
Sanghe. Correct?
Yes, because you may have memorized in a way there is no G, but now when you pronounce it, Abhampata Dittha Padas Buddha Idampi Sanghe Ratana Pani. You want to try again, just to make sure that you are on the safer side of the chanting?
Okay.
Yes.
Idampi Sanghe Ratanam
Great.
Panitam.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah, some efforts need to be going on. Okay, Serene. Yeah, Serene. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante. Kincapi so kaman karoti papakam. Kayena wacha uda chete sawa. Ababo so tasa patichat daya. Ababata dita pada se uta. Idampi sangge ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Yeah, great. And we have Lopiel. Yes. Feeling? Yes.
Bhante,
Yes.
I try. Sorry, I just stopped the car. Kincha
That's fine.
piso kamang karoti papakang. Kayena vacha uda cetasava. Ababo so tasa paticha daya. Abba bata ditta padasa vuta. Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena subati hotu.
I think you seem to have the same issue. Can you go by the last one? Idampi?
Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang.
Sanghe. Sanghe. GH.
It is GH but now GH not HE, right? Sanghe.
Yeah, because there has to be an aspirate. Little
Sanghe.
aspirate. Little aspirate. Little emphasis. Idampi. You can say sanghe. It's incorrect. Because sangha in Pali means attachment.
Okay.
But that sangha has no H. Just S-A-N-G-A. But here S-A-N-G-H. Sanghe.
Idampi sanghe.
Sanghe.
Sanghe ratanang panitang.
Yeah.
Etena sachena subati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
All right. I think there are no others who wanted to recite this part. So we're going to be going into the next one. Now we are slowly moving on to the last section of the sutta, which pretty much says about the Buddha as well. Vanappa gumbe yatha pussitanghe gimhane mase patamasming gimhe. Now there is a small error here. Can I change it? Over here, you will see the error. There's no long A. Yatha pussita. Right? Refresh. Okay. Vanappa gumbe yatha pussitange gimhane mase patamasming gimhe. Tatupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbanagami paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena sanchena swadhi hotu. Let's go in a non-chanting way. Vanappa gumbe yatha pussita gimhane mase patha masmin gimhi tatupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbanagami paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanam panitang etena sachena suvathi hotu. All right, I'll give the chance to group one. Anybody from group one?
Annie?
Yes, Annie, let's go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Vanappa gumbe yatha.
What is it?
Vanappa gumbe yatha pusitage gimhana mase pata masmin gimhe tatu pamang dhammavara ade sayi nibbanagami paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanam panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Thank you,
Group two?
Bhante.
Yeah, somebody from group two. Yeah, Kim, let's go ahead. Yeah, can you unmute?
Vanappa gambe yatha.
Not Gambe, Gumbe.
Vanappa gumbe yatha pusitage gimhana mase patha masmin gimhe tatupamang dhamma varang ade sayi nibbanagamin paraman hitaya idampi buddhe ratanang panitang Etena Sachena Swati Hotu.
When you say the last one, last line, just say Etena Sachena Swati Hotu. If you say Etena Sachena, na, you know, Etena, try to pause. Etena Sachena, there's no lengthening. Etena Sachena Swati Hotu.
Hotu.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then group 3. Yeah, Chupen, yes, go ahead.
Wanapagumbe yata pusitage. Gimhana mase patamasmin gimhe. Tatu pamang dhamma warang adisai. Nimbana gamin paramang hitaya. Idangpi buddhe ratanang panitam. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Oh, great. Give me a second. All right. Oh, and then we'll be asking somebody from group 4.
Bhante,
Is
I'd like to try.
yeah,
Volunteer.
yes, please.
Vanapa gumbe yatha pusitage. Gimha namase pathamasmin gimhe. Tatu pamang tamar warang ade sai. Nibbana gaming paramang hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Yeah, great. Group 5. Group 5. Melinda, would you like to give the chance to somebody? Group 5.
Give to somebody
Yeah,
first.
if there is anybody, otherwise Melinda is going to agree. We have Venerable Sadanandi, Tang Xiao Ying, Pratnya, Ong Pu Liu, Wong Pu Chu, Chiang Yo Hong, Niu Chin Hong, and Melinda. Looks like nobody. Melinda, it's your opportunity.
Okay, I try.
Yes.
Vanapagambe.
What is it? Vanapa?
Vanapagambe.
Gumbe. Gumbe.
Gumbe. Vanapagumbe. Yata usitage. Gimhanamase. Patamasbin. Gimhe. Tatu paman damawarang adisei. Dibana gaming paramang hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanam panitam. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Then we have group 6. Who's up one? Who's Atan is why I will give you the chance after. Okay. Wait for it.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. Who's up?
Wanapagumbe yatha pusithake. Gimhan mase pathamas. Gimhan mase pathamas gihe. Tatu pamang dhamma warang aesai. Nibbana gamming paramang hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes. We have group 7. Group 7. I invite everybody to use this opportunity so that you can cross-check your pronunciation if you would like to. Group 7. Uh, are you from group 7, Billing?
No, I just
Okay.
raised the hand.
Okay.
I don't know which group
Maybe
I am
after.
in.
Yes. Anybody from group 7? Sumana. Yes, go ahead.
Vanapagumbe yatha pusitage gimhana mase patamasmin gimhe tatu pamang dhammawarang adesai nibbanagaming paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Okay, good. Let's see the groups. Chanting groups. I think yeah, so Billing, you are from group 3, as you can see here. Group 3. Yeah, okay. Good, Sumana. And then we have group 8, the last one. Somebody from group 8.
Bhante, can I try?
You are here. Okay.
Yeah, just came, I just arrived. Yeah.
Yes. We were waiting for somebody from group 8, and you came. Yes, Lim.
Where to? Bhante,
Yes,
okay.
here.
Okay. Vana pa gombe yata positage. Gimhana mase pata masmin gimhi.
Gimhe.
Tatu gimhe. Okay. Gimhe. Tatu paman damawarang adesai nibanagamin paraman hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanam panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Great.
Thank you, Bhante.
All right. I think we're done with the group 8, and then now letting this opportunity be taken by the others. First, I would ask Tan SY.
Yes.
Tan SY. Yes, Tan SY. Please go ahead.
Vana pagombe yata pusitaji.
What is Pusi?
Pusitaji.
No J. It is G. Vanapagumbe yatha Pusi.
Taji.
Tagge.
Tagi.
Tagge.
Tage.
Not taggi, yeah. Tagge. Okay.
Pusitage.
Yes.
Gimhana mase patamasmin. Gimhe. Tahu pamang dhamma vara.
What is this?
Tahu pamang.
No, tatu. See, there's TH. Tatu.
Tahu pamang dhamma varang. Adisai. Okay. You cannot see the bottom line.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yes.
Nibbana gaming paramang hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
And then Billing.
Vanapa gumbe yata pusitage. Gimhana mase pata masmin gimhe. Tatu pamang damang barang adesai. Nibbana gamin baramang hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena subati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Thank
We
you.
have Jenny here. Yes, Jenny. Jenny, can you please unmute?
sorry. Wanapa gumbe yatha pusitage. Gimhana mase patha masmin gimhe. Tatu pamang dhamma warang adisayi. Correct, Bhante.
Yeah, correct.
Dhamma
Otherwise, I will
warang
disturb you.
adisayi.
Yes. Okay.
Sibana gamin paramang hitaya.
Yes.
Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Etena sachenang suwati hotu.
Yeah, great. No
Thank you.
concerns at all. Then we have Indra.
Thank you, Bhante. Vanapagumbe yatha phusitagge gimhanamase pathamasmin gimhe tathu pamang dhamma varang adesai nibbanagaming paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena satsena subati hotu.
Great. And we have Pochuwang.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Wanapagambe yata.
Not Gambe.
Wanapagumbe.
Gumbe.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Wanapagumbe yata pusitage. Gimhana mase patamasmin gimhe. Tatupamang dhamma warang adesayi. Nibbana gamin paramam hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suwate hotu.
Great. And we have Rashmi.
Sorry.
Vanapagumbe yatha pussitage gimhanamase pathamasmin gimhe tathupamang dhammavarang adesai nibbanagaming paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Right. And we ask Serene.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Wanapagumbe yata pusitage. Gimhana mase patamasmin gimhe. Tatu pamam dhamma varam ade sai. Nibbana gamin paramam hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanang banitang. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Right. Then Oi.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Wanapagumbe yatha pusitage. Gimhana mase patamasmin gimhe. Tatu pamang dhamma warang adesai. Nibbana gamin paramang hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Great. And we have Young SM.
Okay, I try.
Yes.
Wanapagumbe yatha pusitage ginghana mase patasmang patha mas mingimhe nibbana gaming.
I think you missed one line.
Huh?
You missed one line. Yeah. Between Gimhana and Nibbana.
Which one I missed?
Can you see our screen, Young?
Yeah.
Please go ahead. See the red line here?
Tu pama damang warang adi sai. Nibbana gamim paraman hitaya. Idam pe buddhe ratanang panitang. etenang satchenang swati hotu.
Great. And Christine? Yeah, Christine.
Oh, yes. Wanapa gumbe yatta pusitage gimhana mase patamasmin gimhe atu pamang dhamma varang adesai nibbana gami paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanang panitang. Is that?
Yeah, one more.
Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Yeah, great, Christine.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else? Anybody else who wants to read the 12th stanza here? Looks like no. Okay, let's take time for the explanation part. Let's go back. Okay. So as you can see here, stanza 11, it's about one more, explanation about the Sotapanna person's way of how he or she, acts upon different kusalas or akusala states of the mind. Now let me go back to the previous one. What was the previous stanza? Can you remember? What was the previous stanza? Sahavasara, right? Sahavasa dasana sampadaya tayasu dhamma jahita bhavanti sakkaya ditti vichikicchitancha silabbatang vapi yadatti kinchi chatuha pai cha vipamutto chachabhitanani abapukata. Now the stanza talks about what are the fetters, sangyojanas, that the Sotapanna is going to overcome. What are they? There are 3 fetters, sangyojanas. What are the sangyojanas, fetters that a Sotapanna is going to overcome? Not Sotapanna, somebody who is going to overcome just before becoming a Sotapanna. What are they?
Sakkaya ditti, silabbataṃ paramam.
Vicikicca, silabbata paramasa. These are very easier to say, but they are very bad chains, right? They have chained us into samsara. Sakkaya ditti means that we are clinging to our own 5 aggregates. And then vicikicca means we have 8 spiritual doubts. And then silabbata paramasa means sometimes we don't know how to practice sila. So we end up with some of the very extreme levels of sila and some of the very extreme practices. I think I shared with you the other day, when you practice sila in the wrong way, you will end up with sila paramas or vata paramas. Vata means there are different vatas, practices. Some thought that I want to hold my breath and then primarily just focused on the breath without any connection to the Dhamma practice. Because breathing is just an object. We have to bring the breaths to the Kusala practice. Otherwise, merely focusing on the breath doesn't make any sense. So any of the extreme practices or any of the extreme type of sila, they are one of the fetters. And then they chain us to the samsara. So when someone is becoming a Sotapanna, that person cuts down 3 fetters. Sakkaya ditti, vicikicca, silabbata paramasa. So the first thing is the most important one. That is where we are struggling yet, if you haven't. Sakkaya ditti. That means we have to diminish our clinging to the aggregates as much as we can. Now the Buddha describes those three fetters, and then he also talked about, finally, Sahavasa Dasana Sampadaya, Tayasu Dhamma Jahita, three fetters. Sakkaya Ditti Vichikichitancha, Sila Patangwa Petachikinchi, Chatuha Pai Hita Vipamutto. Now, as a consequence, as a benefit of becoming a Sotapanna, that Sotapanna person makes clear of any potential rebirths in any of the hells. How many hells do we have? An interesting question. Huh? Nobody is concerned about it because they want to be reborn there, right? How many hells are there in Buddhism?
Is it 8 major hells?
We have primarily 16 hells, 8 hot hells, and 8 cold hells. Right? Especially most Sarvastivadi Mahayana books talk about the 8 cold hells. That means, let me tell you, Sanjiva, Sanghata, Raurava, Maharaurava, Tapa, Pratapa, Avici. These are the 8 hot hells. You all know only the hot hells. But there are hells where people suffer a lot by being reborn in very, very cold hells. It's like there's one hell called Hahava. Hahava means the shivering cold. That is suffering. That is suffering. That is suffering for some beings who are reborn in those places. I don't wrongly understand about the Western countries where it's pretty much cold. Probably yes, in some places. You see some animals struggle to die in some places. I remember somebody told me about Yellowstone Park in the United States, where they see some animals, they are dying with hot water, and they are reborn in some other places, you know. So you may see, but there are 16 hells, 8 for the hot side, 8 for the cold side. But in the popular culture, the list has been extended to 100, or you go to some Sri Lankan temples. Especially there is one temple in Dambulla where they portrayed many hells, and there is another temple in the south. They have, reflected different. But basically, we know 60. Now, when you became a Sotapanna, you are making sure that you are not going to be reborn in any of the hells. Now, this is one hell. Naraka, Tirachana, Peta, Asura. How many hells? Primarily 4 major hells. Under Naraka, there are 16. Tirachana, animal kingdom. According to Buddhism, all animals represent a hell. You may not call your pet is a part of the hell. According to Buddhism, it says that every animal is part of the hell. Right? Well, I mean, we don't ever expect to be reborn as a pet, as an animal, because when you are becoming an animal, your I would say access to Dhamma may be very much limited, and your only pursuit will be food and maybe some interactions with other animals and some fights between other animals, predators, always going through some fears, which other animal is going to pick me up for their eating, right? So animal kingdom, second hell, second bigger hell. The first hell has 16 sub-hells, 8 for the hot side, 8 for the cold side. Second, animal kingdom. Third, Naraka, Tirachana, Peta. Peta here means anybody who passed away, but these Petas, they represent 4 hells. Four Peta bowls. I'll be giving a Dhamma talk soon, SKE Malacca, Sunday 24th, about these merit transference about the dead people, Petas. This will be a talk that will be for those folks who are in Malacca. If they are free, they can come join on 24th this month morning from 10:15 to 11:15. It's about the merit transference, especially for the Petas. So third type of hell is Peta. Peta means generally departed ones, but specifically, exclusively, some of the specific Petas you may call ghost. We call them, how do we start? Pansupisacha, Kuppipasa, Nijamatanhika, and Paradatupaji. A little bit difficult Pali wordings for you, right? Nijamatanhika, Kuppipasas are the ones who are consuming on dirty things. Nijamatanhikas are very much invisible, and Pansupisachas are the same. Paradatupajivi are the ones who are waiting for your good karmas. Like when you transfer good karmas with water, they are the ones who can only get it on in real time. Others cannot. Paradatupajivi. So we call all of them are part of the Tirachanas. One of the apayas. A Sotapanna person is making sure that he or she is not going to be reborn in any of these. Right? Naraka, Tirachana, Peta. The last hell is Asura. Who is Asura? The terming has a tricky name. They are not Sura. They are Asuras. Who are Asuras? Let me probably put here.
Demons.
Demons. Asura. But there's another category called Sura. Asuras are non-devas. Then Sura are devas. But actually, they both live together. They lived together in the Tavatin side. But something happened. They said Asuras drank some alcoholic drinks, and Sakka was very unhappy about it. So he chased him out. And then they fell into a separate place, the Mahameru, Sumeru. So that's the idea. But Asuras are more powerful than humans, but they are struggling a lot with anger and jealousy, although they are more powerful. Just imagine when you are so powerful, but you are struggling a lot with anger, your own anger and your own jealousy. What a bad thing is that, right? You are not able to experience your happiness too. So Asura is taken as one of the hells because they are struggling a lot, though they are powerful. So Sotapanna person, once you became a Sotapanna, it is said that you are not going to be destined to be reborn in any of these hells. Chatu hapai hita vippamutu. Chatu apai, 4 hells. Vippamutu, free from the 4 hells. And interesting, Chachabhitanani ababbu. Ababbu is also there. Chachabhitanani, you are not capable of, assuming you are a Sotapanna, you are not capable of executing, doing one of the 6 very heinous, very strong, bad karmas. What are they? Those killing mother, killing father, wounding the Buddha, killing arahants, and creating conflicts among the Sangha, and then finally believing, trusting, following a teacher who does not talk about how to end your dukkha. Creating conflicts among the Sangha. What does it mean actually? Can you go to a temple and create some conflicts among Sangha? Not necessarily, I don't think. Now, when you say Sangha, Sangha includes Upasaka, Upasika also, right? That's why when you are dealing with a local temple, you have to be very careful because there is a lot of gossip that can spread around, among the devotees, lay people. So you have to be very careful whether this kind of talking, this kind of conversation can lead to any potential conflict between Vasaka, layperson, layman or laywomen. Maybe they are into troubles, they are into conflict. That means you created them. So Sangha does not necessarily mean the Bhikkhu Sangha, Bhikkhuni Sangha. Inclusively, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika Sangha. Be very careful when some people are passing the buckets of gossip. Be careful, right? Otherwise, you will be a part of this massive bad karma. All right. After that is this stanza, right? What is it? Kincha piso kammang karoti papakang kaina vacha udacheta sama ababho sotassa patichadaya abhabbata ditta padassa buddha idam pisanghe ratanam panitam ete satcheswa. Let's look at the meaning, the bigger idea. we have to find out the meaning of papa. Come. Papa come. Kincha. What papa come? Kincha. Karotu means does. Can somebody tell me what does papa mean? Because we have a couple of Pali words. Papa, akusala, right? What is papa? What is akusala? Are they same or are they different?
Evil, papa, evil, bad.
Another word is evil. Somebody also may call bad. There are lots of translations, right? How do we understand this papa? I'm primarily looking at Pali. Pali is the most important one here because Buddha spoke in Magadhi. Now you call it Pali. Buddha didn't speak in English. So we have to be very careful whether we are giving the justice to this particular Pali word, papa. Let me write it here so you can understand it. Let's say papa. Papa is one word, like same one. Right? Another word is akusala. So I'm going to go. Let's say akusala here. Akusala. Any difference between papa and akusala? Now you may have heard different Pali words. Samba passa akaranang. Papa. But kusalasa upasampada. Then the Buddha picked kusala, not akusala. I mean, then he could have said sabba akusalasa, sabba papasa akarana, sabba akusalasa akarana. But he didn't take it there. There is a difference between papa and akusala. Akusala is a very subtle version of our activities. Let's say somebody brings some dana and offers it to Mahasangha, or maybe gives it to somebody. At that point, this particular devotee, the Ayaka, wishes that may I be reborn in a heaven, maybe next to the Sakka. Can happen, right? Reborn next to the Sakka, or maybe kind of a very majestic Deva. That has some expectations. I mean, some material expectations, which might not be very ideal, which might not be very beautiful. It is okay, but not be beautiful. Not what the Buddha asks us to do, the way. So, although you may create a certain akusala, bhavatana, but you still create good karma through punya. Because whatever the things you've been doing, they will come back to you, right? They are bouncing back to you, right? If you throw a ball to a wall, the ball will come to you, right? They are coming back not because of the Buddha, not because of Buddhism, but because of the law or nature of this universe. So, punya means that you may do it with expectations or without expectation. It can become punya. But if you do without expectation, then that has kusala. Then what about akusala and papa? Akusala means if you break 10 akusalas, killing, stealing, sexual misbehaving, lying, slandering or talking behind the back, harsh speech, gossiping, then what you call covetousness, ill will, wrong view. If you break any of these 10, you are creating akusala. But the papa simply means it is sometimes synonymously taken as akusala, but papa means although you may not do it, but it's still akusala, but you may not go to the papa level. So there's a difference actually. What is a good example for that? Let's say you are giving dana, right? But it is a punya, it is not a papa. But when you are giving dana with so many expectations, this is going to be akusala, but not a papa. It's not a papa. It's a good thing. But what is really happening within your mindset could be to expect a lot of things. It is still akusala. So akusala and papa and kusala and punya must be specifically understood. Okay. So here, what we need to understand is, now the Sotapanna person, as I told you earlier, he is still not free from the larger, broader perspective of the akusalas, but he or she would not do any of the 6 heinous karma. So he is incapable of hiding. Now this part has not come here. You can see patichadaya, this hiding part. Patichadaya. So Sotapanna person is incapable. Ababbo means incapable. Incapable of patichadaya, hiding kinchampi, any or whatever, papa kamya, akusala kam, I would say papa kam. That means whenever or for whatever the reason a Sotapanna is to do a akusala or papa, he or she is not hesitant to reveal it to somebody. How about us? Are we always revealing what we're doing? Or are we just hiding them in our daily life? What are we doing normally? When you do, let's say you lied to somebody, are you normally apologizing? That person doesn't even know anything about it. You know what, yesterday I lied to you. Are we that very, clear about our part? Are we very, open about our part? Or are we just hiding, somebody should not know that dark side. I got to cover it up, I just show a very beautiful picture. This is me, myself. I'm a very good person. How do we do it? We normally, a lot of people cover up. Maybe there are good people too, we never know. A lot of people cover up. When you cover up your own papa kammas, then you are creating a certain upakkilesa, according to the suttas in the Majjhima Nikaya. We call it upakkilesa. Upakkilesa means some of the impure qualities that you are creating so that you are going to create a massive akusala karma, kilesa. We call it maya. M long A, Y long A, maya. What is maya? What are you talking about? Maya is the Siddhartha Bodhisattva's mother. Why Maya? The meaning of Maya is the nature of hiding, Maya. Maya is a upakkilesa. Let's go back. I think let's go see some of the upakkilesas. I'm going to show you today. Interesting topic to see. Upakkilesas. This sutta is the one, upakkilesa, but let's type upakkilesa. Upakkilesas. Now you see a difference. These are not kilesas, they are called upakkilesas. Let's see the list. This is given in Majjhima Nikaya 7, 8. I think Anumana Suttas. Majjhima Nikaya 7 is Vattupama Sutta. Check Vattupama Sutta. Let's see what are they. See, there are 16. Covetousness and unrighteous greed. This means strong greed about what you have. Visamaloga means strong greed about what other people have. Ill will, anger, hostility, denigration, domineering, envy, stinginess, maya. This is the point, maya. This is upakkilesa. This upakkilesa means that you are hiding, you are being a hypocritic about whatever you have. Maybe I'm going to type paste here. can then see later whenever you are free about it. What places? So Maya means the nature of hiding your own akusalas. Right? So Sotapanna never does that. He's very open. He has no reason to hide it. He has nothing to protect. He has nothing to defend. Sometimes you may have nothing to protect, but you may have to. You think that I want to protect my good character from other people. You may not have anything to hide in your household. You may be very open-minded, but you may still hide your wrong, your evil nature. But Sotapanna never does that. Right? Then how does a Sotapanna still can create any akusala? Maybe papakam actually. Kayena, body, vacha, speech, chetasam, thoughts. I want to ask you, what does this mean? Uda. Uda. What is it in Pali? Uda. What does Uda mean? Kayena, vacha, Uda, chetasava. Uda. Uda means O. 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 Body, speech, O. Thoughts. Then he or she is not incapable of hiding abhabhata, because the reason is ditta padas, he or she has already seen at least a glimpse of the path. That means he or she, a Sotapanna person, may not have awakened, may not have attained a nibbana, but he or she may have seen a glimpse of the path. So that means he or she might not go back. He or she might not do anything like that, like a normal person who may do any papa karmas and then hide. He's very open-minded. She's very open-minded. Now just imagine, when you practice more meditation, when you practice a lot of Buddhist things, are you becoming this kind of a person? You all want to be Sotapan, but are you becoming this kind of an open person? Oh, are you hiding? No, I'm not going to say that. I want to show very nice, good spiritual nature, right? If you are not able to do it, that means you are not progressing. But you are becoming a part of groups. You are becoming a part of cohorts, but you are not progressing. You are stuck. You are stagnated. If you are a person who is really progressing, then you will know by yourself, oh, I'm very open-minded. I'm not hiding anything, especially my spiritual issues. I'm very open. That is a good sign that you are going smoothly. You are going consistently. Just because you want to become a Sotapanna, if you don't know how a Sotapanna will act upon different things, then you will never know how it looks like. All right? Then, yeah, because he has seen the path, she has seen the path. Ditta means seen, Padasa means the path, Noble Eightfold Path. He or she has already seen. I would say this seeing can be a glimpse of the path, because she entered already the stream. So there's no more return. There's no more point of return back to a unenlightened person. All right, I think that's pretty much about stanza 11. Any questions about this before we proceed to the next one?
Sorry, Bhante, can I ask, that means, is it correct to say that Papa is more evil than Akusala?
Well, I think Papa is a term given for the normal nature of our evil activities. But Papa does not calculate the, does not quantify the quality of the bad thing. Now, quality means it does not leverage, it does not quantify, okay, this much of bad things you will be experiencing. But if you do it akusala, primarily Papa is also akusala, but if you do more akusala side, you have Papa at the same time. The nature of your, the quality of your akusala will be very high, because it is not just the action that is happening, it is the quality of the akusala mind, quality of the kusala mind. Let's say you are here, but you have a very bad ill will. You are wishing somebody should die. Right? Nobody knows that, but you are here. That person should. Because you are not able to manage your emotions, your emotional structures, your akusala states of the mind. Now you don't see, anybody doesn't see, and you are plus maybe having maya at that point. You are never telling this to anybody. You have lots of maya. You are hiding, you're becoming hypocritic. Now, the thing what's going to happen with papa and akusala is that you are primarily creating lots of heavy, like high states of akusalas. And then your overall experience, when you experience those akusalas, will be the papa. You understand that? Now I'm experiencing papas. So I would say better to be concerned about the akusala level or kusala level rather than the punya and papa. A lot of people go by punya. How many merits can I get? Right? How many merits can I get by that? How many merits can I get by this and that? I would say, no, make sure you are doing kusala. Merits are complementary. They are complementary. Make sure that you are free from akusala, because papas are complementary to your akusala practice. Right? They are complementary. Don't expect that. It's happening definitely. It's a rising. Right? I always take an example. When it is raining, you are not going to water your garden, right? It's raining. Right? Rain has lots of water, but you are not bringing your hose and then water the garden. Don't do that. When you do kusala, there are punyas complementary to the practice. When you are creating akusala, papas are complementary to the akusala practice. But if you are more focused on the generic papa practice, I mean the quantifying your thing, rather than seeing your mind as the state, the quality of the mind, then you are not picking up this, what you call teaching very well. So pay more attention to kusala and akusala levels. Any other questions?
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Bhante, I would like you to
Yes.
go back to verse 10. Just now you repeated that following a teacher who does not teach you how to end dukkha, your previous class, is a heinous crime.
Yes.
So heinous crime does it mean that if you are not a follower of Buddhism, or if you are a follower of other religions, is a heinous crime? Or how do you define this in dukkha? Thank you.
Very interesting question. It doesn't say that everybody should follow Buddha. I think what does it mean is that we cannot compare that sixth one with others. Let's say when you compare it with a killing, it is totally different. I think what it means is that when you are not following somebody who is not truly saying how to end the dukkha, you are getting into a lot of mess in your spiritual life, especially on the side of morality and the practice of cultivation. It might not be as bad as the rest of the five, but it is said that for example, let's say you are following someone who is promoting the opposite of that one. What is the opposite? Take it that way. Now here, dukkha, you are following someone who is promoting the sukha side, right? They are only teaching you sukha side. When you say sukha side, happiness, it's not happiness actually, material happiness, let's say, then you don't know that, I would say that you will be experiencing sansaric life, billions, trillions of lives together. So that means you are going to fall into more sansaric lives. I think we have to take it not compared to the rest of the five, but in a specific context, because we should be always following somebody who can teach us how to understand our material happiness, at the same time how to end the dukkha in this life, such as also the next lives too. That is how we have to think about it. You can't compare it with the rest of the five. Those five have a different way. This has a different way.
Yeah, because our understanding in terms of heinous crime, usually when we read,
Five.
we say that
Only five.
out of the five, we will go to Avicii hell,
Yeah.
So suddenly you say you follow a teacher, wrong teacher, and then
It
you
is not my teaching, it is the Buddha's teaching. Actually, the five were given in the Abhidhamma, not in the Sutta text. So don't start your learning from the Abhidhamma. This is a big issue. I always tell people, learn from the early suttas first. Don't go to Pali commentaries. Don't go to Visuddhimagga. Don't go to Abhidhamma, because they were later adapting the sutta text. Learn from the sutta text. Now, if you go to the Bahudhatuka Sutta, I think I already shared with you, this sutta clearly says about this heinous karma. Clearly says there are 6 heinous karmas. So, plus the Buddha was talking this to people at that time. So he said, whatever the teacher you are following, that teacher should be able to tell you how to find the way out from the dukkha. It does not mean that non-Buddhists are doing heinous karmas. We can't say so. It doesn't mean so. Maybe they are also trying to find the way out to the dukkha, right? I think all these religions talk about how to find the way out to the dukkha. All these XYZ religions, all these teachings, they all say this is the way how you can end dukkha. But Buddha Prime Minister said, do not follow somebody who is not teaching that. Who's not teaching. Then what is that? Opposite of this aspect. I think we are blessed because we know that this is samsara. This is not only one life. This keeps going. So we have to do something. This is why we try to understand who we are, and then try to at least to becoming a Saddhanusari or Dhammanusari, or at least a Sota. All right, let's go to the next stanza. Okay, now we are going into the Buddha's Vanappa gumbe yatha pussitage gimhanamase patamasmin gimhe tatupaman dhamma varang adesa. Now, this is about how did the Buddha teach his doctrine. Now you can see there is a simile. Vanappa gumbe. Gumba means not Gambia. Vanappa means forest. Then Gumba means crown. Yata means just as. Just like or just as. Yata. Pussitage. Full blossom. Just like a forest crown in full blossom. This happens in a particular season. Gimhana mase patamasmin. Gimhana means the word for summer. Now you know one word. Huh? Whenever you want to call summer, then Gimhan. Gimhan is summer. Where does it happen? Where does a forest, the forest crown can get full blossom? It is in the first month of the summer season. Patama means first. Gimhana, Gimhana Mase, and Gimhe also summer. Then Tathupama, the same way, Dhamma Varang Adisa. Varang means sublime, the greatest. Varang. Varang. So just like the forest crown in full blossom in the first month of the summer season, this happens in the season, the Buddha has taught the sublime doctrine. What is Varang? Another word for Varang, translation? Greatest. The greatest, Varang. Varang Dhamma. Adesai means taught, past tense. What does it lead to? It leads us to Nibbanaga. Paramang Nibbanaga. Parama means Paramang Nibbanagami. It means the greatest. Or you could say Nibbanagami Paramang Hitaya. Leading to the greater good of beings. This Nibbana leads to the greater good of, highest good of the beings. This is one of the gems about the Buddha. Any questions about this stanza? Now it shifts into the Buddha, not the Sotapanna anymore. They are just Pali ideas about the summer and what does it show in the first month of the summer season, especially in a forest crown. And then in the same way, the Buddha taught Dhamma. Any questions about this or in particular?
Bhante, this is Annie.
Yes, Annie.
So they say the expounded the greatest doctrine on the first month of summer. So it's actually referring to this Ratana Sutta.
Good question. Do you mean that this exploration was found in regard to the Ratana Sutta or in general?
This Ratana Sutta, referring
Okay,
to this Ratana Sutta.
Yes. Vanappa gumbe yatha pussitagge gimhana mase patamasmin gimme tatupama dhammavara atisai. Now the teaching was founded by the Buddha long time ago.
Yes.
I mean, compared to this time. But this particular teaching was given in the first month of the summer. So we have to understand that. It kind of gives us some chronology, some timing about the sutta.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Looks like no more questions. So we're going to transfer good karmas to the departed ones and the devas. May all the good karmas which we've been given today be transferred to all the departed ones. May they be well and happy. May they finally attain the supreme bliss of Yoga. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita hotu jnatayo. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita hotu jnatayo. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita hotu jnatayo. May Deva Naga Mahitika share all these good karmas. May they be well and happy. May they protect and bless all of us for good health, quality of life, prosperity, and safety. Finally, may Deva Naga Mahitika also attain the supreme suffering. Sadhu, sadhu. Ittavata cha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya ittavata cha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya ittavata cha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya akasattha cha bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu lokasasanam akasattha cha bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu desanam akasattha cha bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu mang paranti chirang rakkhantu tvang sada. Also, let's make a wish. May we be in the company of the Kalyana Mittas. We all are Kalyana Mittas, supporting each other, supporting each other's practice. Just because we want to practice, we are not able to practice without the inspiration, motivation from other similar, like-minded Kalyana Mittas. Thinking thus, we're going to make a wish. Imina punya kammina mami bada samagamu satang samagamu hotu yavarimbana patiya. Finally, may all the good karmas which we've been making today be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silis nichang vaddha prachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayuvarugya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate saminchatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Wishing you a good night, and then I'll be seeing you next Thursday at the same time.
Good night,
Thank
Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you very much,
for your
Bhante.
teaching.
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu,
Thank you,
sadhu.
Bhante.
Take care.
Sadhu,
Thank you. sadhu. Have a
Thank
good
you,
evening,
Bhante.
everyone.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you,
evening,
Bhante.
Annie.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you all.
Thank
May all
you,
be happy,
Bhante.
healthy, and
Sadhu,
blessed.
sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you,
Good
Bhante.
night, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. May all you all be well, happy, healthy, and blessed. Thank you. Sadhu.
You be the
Sadhu.
same.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bhante.
great.
Thank
Okay,
you,
good night,
Bhante.
everyone.
Bye.
Kim,
See you
see
Sunday.
you on Sunday. Yes.
Yeah,
See you
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Bhante.
Okay.
See
Thank you. Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Rashmi. Good night.